Yo.
You are now listening to the smoking section.
Oh yeah.
Where you'll find hot topics.
And fire conversations.
Keep it locked.
You hear me?
My man Marcus, back on the show, the smoking section, my guy. People don't know. People may not know. I may have said this before on the show, but Marcus is responsible for so much fucking content, dude, of corpse collections coming out. And I just think people need to put some fucking respect on his name, dude. Y'all need to put some fucking salt on that pepper. My man Marcus, how you doing, G?
Dude, I'm doing really good today.
Okay. Swing through to the smoking section, said that we gonna chop it up and shit. I'm gonna roll up real quick before we get started.
Do your thing, bro. You deserve it.
My guy. So, real quick though, I wanted to give you a chance, bro, before, because we picked out that topic or whatever. Bro, tell these people about your music, man. You're starting to do a lot now, bro.
Yeah, man, we're starting to get the ball rolling. Right now we're just doing shows out in LA, doing some traveling, and yeah, dude, I've made a lot of progress since the last time we were here. Like, I'm actually playing outside of the 805, and I got people hitting me up, and yeah, we're trying to get some stuff on Spotify, get past this copyright stuff.
Hey.
But yeah, we're really got some good momentum. I'm excited.
So people who may not really know, my man Marcus also goes by the stage name of x.Killa, correct? x.Killa. He's got music out like on SoundCloud and stuff that he just kind of keeps in his own vault. And he's just starting to really grow and flourish. I think the last episode you did, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's
been a while, right? Okay, yeah. So
a victory lap.
Yeah, dude. I think the last episode you did, you were finally like kind of really starting to complete songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now these things are starting to actually come to their own fruition. And then now to see like a year later, only a year later, it's like now you're doing fucking shows, yeah, dude, getting invited.
It's super fun, bro. We're getting invited. I'm sending out promos and stuff. I'm getting videos back of people playing the songs, and my feedback is different. You know what I mean? Like normally it's going out to you, it's going out to the homies, but now I'm getting other people reaching out like, hey, I'd love to play this, and then and I get to see it like, yeah, just outside of the 805. Like, no, I love the 805, but like, LA is such a big part of what I do. You know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, we really came a long way, bro.
Well, too, dude, like a lot of people, I think a lot of people get stuck in trying to hold it down for the hometown, which is okay. Like, I don't want to ever like knock somebody who's like, oh, 805, blah, 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 blah. Like, I love the 805. I've gave a lot to this community.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have in your own rights, you know what I mean? And I just think that it's okay to not want to be fucking with your city, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's okay. It might not be the season for that. It's not right now, not to say that it's right to go out and diss your city, right, or to act like you ain't from here, you know what I mean? Like, don't start saying, oh, LA's my hometown. Like, right. No, you, yeah. Motherfucker, you from Cyprus, bro. Like, motherfucker be from Squires Drive, bro. Talking about they from Rampart. Like, bro, no, you're not. Like, just fucking knock it off. But, yeah, dog, like, because sometimes the demographic for what you're putting out ain't where you live.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it, honestly.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're starting to get into, like, what it is to promote your music, what demographic you need to be aiming for. Like, for you, you're more banging, like, that dubstep, the whole EDM genre.
Yep.
You wouldn't take that to somebody who is trying to sell classical music.
Exactly.
It's not the demographic.
Right.
Not to knock who you are, and not to knock their fucking community, right, because everybody likes what they like. So just the demographic might not be there for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Oxnard definitely did have like a little EDM phase for a minute, for a cool little minute.
Yeah. It's just about opportunity, honestly. Like, you'll get to a point where you play everywhere in Oxnard. You know what I mean? You play everywhere in Ventura, and it's like, some people are really cool with that, and then some people, they just want some more. They want to get out there. So.
See, and like even for like me with dance, Like dancing in the city was cool. Sessioning in the city was always fun. You know what I mean? Dancing with the homies. But then I like dancing with them out there. You know what I mean? Like that's fun too. You know, and again, not to knock your local sessioners. You know what I mean? Or guys who only session in your city, but it's just not me. That's not what I'm gonna be doing. All right. So you people tuning in at home, you guys are going to listen to the sweet sounds of a joint
What are we rolling today?
being rolled. Dude, I don't know. But it's purple. But it's purple. And it's so funny because, like, me and the homie Tyrell, bro, me and Conwork, shout out my man Conwork. My man Conwork from the Midwest, bro, we were fucking fried, bro. We pull up to Sherwin's pad, bro, and we just get fucking high off rip. Getting blitzed. And then and then he's like, oh, we're gonna go to the shop. So we all pull up to the shop again, still getting high. And and we get in there, or me and him's walking up. And mind you, when me and Tyrell are together, bro, we're some dogs. I mean, we're just straight dogs. And he's like, hey, he goes, hey, Corpse, man. He goes, I'm gonna need you to help me talk to her. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I'm gonna need you to help me talk to her, man. She's so fine. Blah blah blah. I was like, dog, like, I'm like, hey, dog, what? You can't fucking talk to her yourself? He's like, nah. He's like, I just need you to be my wingman, bro. I was like, all right. I was like, listen, bro, I owe you $2,000. He's like, what? I was like, for my birthday, bro. You remember? You let me borrow that $2,000.
Yeah.
So I owe you that $2,000. He's like, oh, I like that one. He's like, because it's not like an absorbent amount of money. Like, it's kind of believable. Like, he's like, but damn, like, 2,000 is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
It's a good friend.
Yeah, and so I picked up this. Man, I need to make sure I'm talking to this fucking mic properly. I like fade in and out.
You sound good right here.
Yeah. All right. So we go in there, and his girl wasn't there and shit. So me and him just start. We're like flirting with this other fucking bud tender, bro. Just being guys. Just fucking around. But I was like, what are you smoking though? Right? Like, you're showing me all this shit. I was like, but what are you smoking? She's like, oh, well. She's like, I like smoking perp. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, yo, show me what you got in perps. And she pulled this one out. There was like 3 strains. And this was the only one she pulled out. And I was like, well, what's up with those other joints? She's like, nah. She's like, if you're going to smoke the purple, she's like, you're going to smoke this one. I was like, oh, this is the one. She's like, this is the one. I was like, all right. I was like, I need 7 grams of that right there. I was like, I need 7 grams of that right there, then. And so I don't even know what the fuck it was called though. Moral of the story is I have no clue what the fuck it was called.
Took her word for it.
Yeah. That's what it's called. It's called The One. It's The One. All right. So, bro, as you know, I be doing fucking IG submissions and shit for topics. Mm-hmm. Hold on, before I do this, let me get my lighter.
Yeah, do your thing.
Whoops. All right, check. All right, so I be doing the Instagram fucking submissions and shit, and so I got this one a while back. I was wanting to save it, and so I'm glad we're doing it. The topic is winners versus losers. Mm-hmm. So do without wilt with that information. What do you? So I mean, that's literally all they put.
Right.
So, to me, when I hear it, I'm hearing, what do you think is the difference? The main differences between somebody who's a winner and somebody who's a loser.
That's a big bag to open.
That's a deep one.
Winners versus losers. I don't know. I think like when I think honestly, I think you're only a loser if you give up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause then you lost. You know what I mean? When you put yourself in last place, kind of thing. Like, yeah. Because I really believe anyone could be a winner at whatever they want, especially now. I believe
Facts.
But so I think that you're only a loser if you decide you want to be a loser, pretty much.
Yeah, I think that I think you're super right on that though, where it's like anybody can be anything these days. Like, the information is accessible all that, like whether or not you make time to pursue it or not, you know what I mean? That's like that's on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so when I first heard it, like when I first read it, and I was looking at it, and like, you know, obviously when I'm reading it, like I was already in a certain like mind state. And so like it just made me think like winners versus losers, like who, the person who wins is the one that feeds that energy.
Yeah.
Because like winners got to know like you're going to take L's, right? But that L don't mean you lost, right? So don't give up. Right. Like you're right. Like you're very right. Like, so I think mainly what's the starch difference between the two is all where your mind sits. And it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, cause like working out has been a thing for me lately. And it's like, you know, you look at that last you're on your last set, you hurt, you're kind of tired, you're really not in it. And it's like, fuck, like, I'll just go home.
Yeah. Like it's almost like not worth it.
Yeah. It's like,
you're over the hill kind of.
But that's the thing right there.
Yeah.
That's where winners and losers are made.
Yeah.
To me, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Even like on a working out thing, like when your muscle starts to burn, like it's that last set when your muscle's already dead. It's like you're really breaking down the muscle and all that. So you're right. On the money. And
then it's, yeah, because it's like in that moment, fam, like this is where you got to conquer that. Like, because if not, like, I don't know. Have you ever watched Saving Private Ryan? Bro, there's a scene in Saving Private Ryan, bro. It's a top 5 movie all time.
I'll check it out.
Bro, it's great. It's on Netflix. Great fucking movie, bro. And I've watched it since I was a little kid. And there's a scene, bro, where the two dudes are fighting. And like they're in like hand-to-hand combat. Like it's like during the final scene, they're in hand-to-hand combat, and like the final battle scene, right? And they're in this hand-to-hand combat, and you're just watching them struggle. They're biting each other, and it's like, you know, obviously one of them die. And so to me, it made me think like, motherfucker, in that moment, you'll do anything.
Yeah.
You'll do anything to fucking win. Because it's you versus him.
Yeah.
Right here, right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and to think of these guys back then, like this thing's been going on forever. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And here I am at the end. It's like, after this, I get to go home. And here's this fucking dude that's standing, you know, for a German, he's standing in my home country. Like, nigga, this used to be my favorite coffee shop right here that we're standing in. You know what I mean? Now we're fighting. And just like that last weight set, it's like me versus you to get this gain in, bro. Like I might not even see the results of it right now. You know, like the 6-pack don't just pop in after the first set, you know. It comes after an accumulation of work. Yeah.
And if you're not burning, you're not earning. You know what I mean?
100%, bro. So to me, winners versus losers have to have that kill or be killed instinct in them. Like, and it sounds so like intense, but it's the only way I know how to put it. Like, if you're not able to find it inside yourself to get the fuck back up, right? Like, yeah, sure, you lost your job, bro, or she broke up with you, whatever, bro. Like, okay, you lost the bet, bro. You lost the football game, or you know, whatever, bro. You lost it. You lost it. Now what?
Yeah, I think, but in the conversation of winner versus loser with that is that the loser makes it their last effort. You know what I mean? That they lost. That's the end of the line for them. Versus a winner will continue until he gets that win.
Absolutely. I think it was a Michael Jordan quote. I might be making this up. I might be making this up, but I could have swore I've heard this before. Oh, my apologies. I'm getting a phone call. It might have been Michael Jordan who said it, where it was like, I've never lost. I think he said something like, he never lost a basketball game. He just, he ran out of time. Hold on, let me answer this real quick. Okay, never mind. I'm telling you, bro. Oh my God. Hold on. Dearest, I'm in the middle of a podcast.
I'm pooping.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
bye. So that's going to be on there. So
You know, I can show you how to cut this out, right?
no, it's staying on there.
Fucking-
It's staying on there. See, dude, that's the thing about the smoke section, bro. And I was even telling one of the homies about this because we just did a show. And it's like, I don't like cutting shit out.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't ever want to be that guy. Like, yeah, sure, I hope to be successful with this podcast and sponsors and make money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, be able to make a living doing something I really love doing. But I never want to get into the fold of where it's like, we need to edit that out. It's like, nah, dog. Like,
Just full authentic
authenticity to 100% because
it's life.
winners versus losers, bro.
Yeah,
Because there's winners and there's losers.
bro, you're burning you're burning that shit, and like you hit that in the mic, it's like ASMR, bro.
Dude, I know. Hold on. Listen to this.
Wow.
I love these microphones, bro. But my thing is this: is even like winners versus losers with that, right? Because somebody was talking to me about the podcast and was like, "Oh, like, you know, when do you think, like, how far do you think you want to go with it?" And it's like, well, as far as it'll take me, you know, like. And I'm blessed to have friends like you, Sly, Cisco, Damien, fucking Sherwin, everybody who's ever been on the podcast, Dread, Ricky Cole, all these guys, dude, everybody, anyone who's ever been on. Thankful enough to have had these people come and share the mic with me. But I never want to get to a space with this, like a Joe Rogan, right? I never want to get to a space like this, like a fucking Howard Stern talk show, Breakfast Club. I don't ever want to get to a space with this where people are going to take everything I say to be 100%. Like, that's what he believes.
Oh, yeah.
This is what he thinks. You know, like, because it may be in the moment, right? Like, I may speak on a topic that I might not be too educated on, but for the sake of conversation, I'm taking a swing at it. You know what I mean?
And opinions change all the time.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I think that's a thing with winners and losers too. I think somebody who's able to win is somebody who's able to shift.
Oh yeah.
Right? You have to be able to pivot. Like, I love the idea of when I first heard like pivot from Gary Vee. He said you have to know how to pivot, and it's like I thought of basketball. You know what I mean? Like that pivot footstep. It's like be able to turn, move, and it's your only option of movement when you've picked up the ball. So it's like you're stuck, but you still have this movement. Pivot. Learn how to use your pivot. And so if people don't learn how to pivot properly, you know what I mean? They can't. If you lose a battle, God damn it. If you lose a fucking battle and you go back to the lab, right? You may be a phenomenal dancer, right? But what this person brought to you that night was something extraordinary.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't pivot inside of your lab, then what you did to this person, what you did with this person is going to be the thing that you did, that you will do with the next and the one after and the one after. You have to be able to pivot your mindset behind every single experience or you're not learning. Even when you win battles, you should still pivot. There should still be moments of reflection of like, yeah, I might have won, but in this moment right here, he did good. Let me observe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or in this moment right here, I can tell that I wasn't feeling it. Or maybe that combo I made didn't land. Didn't land the way that I wanted it to. Or maybe, you know, what was it? Like, was I off in the music? Was the timing not right? Maybe I should have done it from a different position. Or maybe I should have done it in a different part of the set, you know? And so people who aren't able to pivot, shift, and move and groove and do it's going to lead to the same results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the same results while other people are progressing. Like results, you might be winning. Let's just take a battler. You might be winning against the bench warmers, but you won't be winning against the starters.
Yeah.
and that's okay. If you want to be a bench warmer battler, that's fine. It's like dudes who might do shows, right? And they're cool with just being an opener.
Yeah, no, dude. Like everything you're saying right now, like I've always said this as a dancer, bro, is that as DJs and dancers and crumpers, we are not far from the tree, bro. Not far from the tree. Everything you're saying right now, like like being an opener, like that's a perfect example, you know. And like a lot of thing with DJs, like obviously I'm not an expert DJ, but a lot of thing with DJs, bro, is that they always talk about, oh, they would get bigger and better opportunities if they made their own music and they push that headline thing, you know. But then they never get around to it because they're so focused on shows and playing this and that, you know. But you know, it's so important to like continue to push yourself, you know, and that's what being a winner is, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just thinking about what you're saying, it's like, yeah, you have to reflect, bro. You have to reflect. Like, you know, you're playing the music and it's not like people aren't jumping like you think they're gonna be, you know, dancing, or you know, you keep doing the same combo in different sessions and it's not getting the right response. So yeah, we're all there.
See, and I think too, another thing, a thing that's important for people to remember, because it sounds very harsh when it comes out of our mouths. Sometimes especially me, I know how I come off when I'm giving critique, and I know how I come off in my demeanor, period. Like a lot of people, for whatever reason, think I'm just like this dick, like, you know what I mean? But I do understand what I'm saying sometimes, and I think it's lost in translation. Dude, this thing's on fire.
Putting it out for a minute.
I know, dude. I'm trying. I'm like stretching the sentence out, trying to like put out this ash. I think that there's a point when people need to like take in critique, even if it's not from someone else, right? Maybe from yourself, but be gentle too at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so let's say you have and I love this with comedy, or I love this like especially with music too, because of dancing. But comedy is another one which is fun. Is just because you have your set and you're comfortable in your set, it feels tight. You've gotten, you know, the 5 or 7 of your very close friends be like, dude, this sounds good, right? So now you're going to broadcast it to a bigger group of people, right? A club or whatever. There might be parts that's not getting the reaction you want. That doesn't necessarily mean that this segment of music is bad. Maybe it's in the wrong spot of the set.
Yeah.
And so there's like things where it's kind of like, I feel like people get so down on their artistry or their projects or themselves in the workplace, where it's like, bro, like, just because you suck at this doesn't mean you suck. Like, you know, like the crowd wasn't feeling it. One, it might just not be your room. It might, again, the dubstep to the classical music comparison, it just might not be the right room. Read the room. You know what I mean? And that's okay, because you can't prepare for every room. Some shows are more notorious. Rooms, like certain rooms are notorious. That's what it was. Certain rooms are notorious for certain vibes, certain feels, right? So people can't get down so heavy and so hard on the artistry that they're putting out just because it's not hitting in certain places at certain times. You know what I mean? And again, that's like a winner versus loser mindset, right? Like they take in the information in as like, oh, I suck, I should stop, instead of saying like, even if somebody's really cruel with the way that they're critiquing their shit, you know what I mean? Or not their shit, their art, the way that they're critiquing their work, it might be harsh, but it's like, still just take a second, take it in and be like, this is how I get better.
Yeah, just consider the possibility that it could be better a different way than what you had planned it, you know? You know, you have rough drafts and, you know, second drafts and third drafts, and then you have your final draft.
Were you really getting secondhand?
I was, but it's cool. I feel good.
All right. I'll put it out, dude.
I feel
Dude,
good.
this shit is strong, bro. I'm gonna be faced. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't like to think anybody is a loser, right? Because like I wouldn't want nobody to call me that. But then at the same time, there is just some like there's just some moments where you see yourself or friends or family just like kind of hit this moment where it's like, bro, like you gotta snap out of it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta snap out of it. You gotta get yourself together. You can't be living like this or doing this or whatever the fuck, dude. Like
like real. I not that I call people losers, but the couple times that I have, like it was in the context of, oh, this person knows they're not putting themselves first. They're not like keeping their best interest in mind, and they're like conscious of that. And that, at the time, I would consider that person a loser because you lost. You're putting yourself in last place of what you could potentially be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And there's a super disgust that comes to me, bro, when I see people like, it's like, bro, you could be doing better than this right now. You should be doing better than this right now. Like, it's one thing, like, if the homies is on toxic time, bro, like, if we on toxic time, whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But, like, if you're really trying to, like, snap yourself out of it and be like, nah, like, I'm trying to buckle down now, blah, blah, blah. Like, you gotta be doing buckle down type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be fucking over here whining and complaining about your life. You know what I mean? Like, if you ain't doing the shit that's going to get you to the life you want to be at.
Yeah, no effort. Like, I think losing just translates to no effort.
Yeah. The missed opportunities and lack of effort, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Dang, hitting that one in the mic.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, I never want to reach a point where on this podcast where I can't do this, because I be fucking blitzed, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. Have you ever seen what is it? I think it's Rush Hour 2. Mm-hmm. Rush Hour 2, and he goes in the back of the china shop, and Don Cheadle's back there running the gambling ring. He goes, oh, I know I don't see what I think, but I see what I think, what I'm seeing. I be feeling like that in here, bro, in front of this fucking microphone, like, oh.
Catching your reflection.
Oh my god, bro. Funny enough, the 4-year. Yeah, the 4-year anniversary of the smoking section's coming up pretty soon.
No.
Yeah, it's coming up in June.
Dude.
It's coming up in June.
That's sick.
It might be 5. I have to check the dates. But I know I've been taking it more seriously like the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was thinking about that, bro. Like damn, I've been doing this shit for a minute. Matter of fact, it started off as Friday's Food for Thought. You remember those?
Yeah.
It was Friday's Food for Thought, and then it turned into the smoking section.
It started on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was posting stories.
Yeah. I remember all that.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asked me, because they asked me, they're like, oh, how'd you get started with a podcast? I was like, oh. I was like, damn, how did I get started? Matter of fact, I was like, it's been a minute since I thought about it. Like, in there, because they were asking me, like, actual questions, like, oh, like how'd you do this and how'd you do that? I said, oh, my man is curious. Let's go. And I was like, yeah, man. I just started on the Instagram. Like, I would just like listen to other videos of other people, and I would get these ideas and get this and that, and like just make a statement out there. Yeah. Or I'd ask a question, and to these questions I would have my responses. Sometimes the questions would inspire me to think about certain shit a certain way, because it's like, you got all these people on your Instagram, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially through Crump, I'm got to meet so many fucking people. But
yeah, a lot of people, dude.
Fucking A, bro. Ay. All right, my man Marcus, let these people know what your IG is, where they can follow your fucking music. SoundCloud. Where else are you at?
Right now I'm just on I'm on Instagram, and I'm on SoundCloud right now.
All right, bet.
So on Instagram, you can find me at official.x.Killa, and SoundCloud, I think it's the same exact thing. Or just look up at x.Killa.
Killa. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, the whole fucking smoking section intro clip before the podcast starts, my man made this shit. I fucks with my boy, and y'all gotta fucks with him too. I'm telling you, you guys, everybody who's listening to this, because this shit's kind of starting to pop off right now.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about this offline. I'll talk to you about this off air. But everyone who's listening, please
Thank you for listening.
show love to the homies. Yeah, this is a listener-supported podcast, right? And I don't give a fuck if y'all never give me a dime. If y'all just follow the homies, come on, champ. Because you never know, bro. You never know. You just never know who might blow up next. But this has been the smoking section, my man Killa. Thank you, bro.
Thank you for having me, bro. Thank you for listening at home.
All y'all stay fucking groovy out there and stay motivated. Bang, bang.